Oh, boy. First and foremost, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. You continue to kick the Pittsburgh Steelers' ass every time you happen to play at home. When was the last time that we even won in Philly? 1956, 1965, whatever the case may be. JFK was either alive or his brains was still warm the last time that we won a game in the Battle of Pennsylvania. This is getting ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. I'll give Philly all of the credit in the world, but you can't convince me that this wasn't a game in which we could not win. There were three different things that cost us this doggone game. First and foremost, our inability to score in the red zone. We had two first quarter takeaways. Okay, cool. We stripped Jalen Hurts, TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. We can't do anything on offense. We go 3 and out. Okay. Then we punt the football back. We get it right back after a forced fumble inside the 15-yard line at the 11. But for whatever reason, Darnell Washington over here must have been watching the blind side before the game, tried to block Darius Slay all the way into the parking lot. I appreciate the thought, but we cannot put ourselves in a situation, especially when you're on the road, to get a penalty for a personal foul or unnecessary sort of situation, right? Granted, we could argue they should have thrown the flag on Philly as well because they also played a role. There was a bit of excessiveness that ended up happening, so when Calvin Austin came over, they threw the flag on the second guy. But one way or another, we should have never put ourselves in that situation. And what that ended up resulting in? A fucking field goal. Because our red zone offense continues to absolutely suck. Furthermore, you want to know what cost us a doggone game? Our inability to tackle the damn ball carriers. Don't get me wrong. Philadelphia got some goddamn elusive individuals over there. Okay? Saquon Barkley leaping over people the entire season. He ain't do that to us today. There was only until the second half, he was damn near a non-factor. Gainwell, we in situations to where we could get stops on third down, but oh no, Gainwell breaking through tackles left and right. Don't get me wrong, again, they got some elusive people over there, but there's no reason why we out here trying to arm tackle people. We taking terrible angles. It wasn't even situations today to where the speed was on display from Philadelphia to where they outran our angles. We just took terrible angles. We was out here trying to arm tackle. We misjudging motherfucking tackles. Made absolutely no sense. We continued to shoot ourselves in the foot. This was shades of the 2010 Steelers defense. 2010s, I should say, because the 2010 Steelers defense would have went out there and got us a damn football back. So in the second half, we don't only have 11 snaps, but we're going to get to that point, right? We looked like a team that did not know how to play defense. And when I say play defense, I'm talking about from the perspective of tackling the ball carrier. Yes, we had ourselves some takeaways. Yes, we was able to go and sack Jalen Hurts here and there. Of course, there's going to be moments in which he's able to escape the pocket because he's also a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's a guy who's won playoff games, went to a Super Bowl. I'm not going to sit over here and make it seem as if they ain't got good guys on their sideline. But my God, can we go out there and play our best brand of football, please? Can we put forth a good effort to go out there and stop them? Because it seemed like every single time they had the football on a second and long, third and long, they were going to end up getting the first down because we absolutely suck when it comes to tackling. Surely that is. Makes no sense whatsoever. And then third, the Najee Harris fumble. I don't understand how the first fumble of the season that you happen to have ends up being solely your wrongdoing. It could have been a scenario where somebody had punched the ball out, but oh no, you too focused on where it is that you're trying to go. You don't even secure the football in your hands on the toss. Makes absolutely no sense why we continue to shoot ourselves in the foot. This has been the brand of Steelers football for the last 15 years. Find ways to lose the game. I think we might be one of the few teams in the league. Somebody can fact check me. Might be one of the few teams in the league over the course of the last, 6-some years after Ben done messed up his doggone elbow, who can win the turnover battle but somehow still lose the doggone game. We found ways to sneak out in close games in the past, but these are the types of games that we've got to be able to figure out those kinds of wins. How is it that when we're finally building a bit of momentum, at the time we had outscored them 10-3. We're now inside their side of the field, and then we make mistakes like fumbles, and then our inability to make stops on defense. 11 snaps. 11 snaps on offense in the second half. Take a look at the time of possession. They had the football nearly 40 minutes. They were only off by a few seconds. They doubled the time that we had with the ball. Remember that playoff game we had against San Diego, where in the third quarter we had the football for like 14 minutes, 17 some seconds? That's exactly what they did to us. You know, whenever you're playing Madden and then you just like elapse the damn play clock to where it's about 1 or 2 that's on the play clock. And then once you happen to run the next play, you continue to do the same thing so the opposing team don't mess around and see the football. That's exactly what they did to us. I don't see Peyton Manning on that sideline. How the fuck is it a scenario where we can't get the ball back? Now, granted, Philadelphia is great at possessing the doggone football. This is just what they do. But how is it that we can't get a stop when we need to get one? Devontae Smith over 100 yards. A.J. Brown over 100 yards. You would have thought there was nobody talking in the media about the dissension in that damn QB and wide receiver room. Hell, Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb could have walked out onto the field right now and put up 100 yards on us. You would have thought they was best friends, because every time an opposing team steps against us and they happen to have a motherfucking storyline, some sort of dissension, all of a sudden everything is motherfucking healed because we can't do our job. This is absolutely ridiculous. I would love to sit over here and put some sort of blame on the offense, but we simply can't. I'd love to sit over here and be like, man, I wish we had George Pickens out there. But if our defense can't get a stop when we need him to get a stop, what the hell are we doing? TJ Watt continuing to go out there and make plays, that's all well and good. But when we needed to get stops here in the second half, we did not get them. And that's the bottom line. Chris Boswell setting the damn record for the most field goals that Pittsburgh has had in the season. That's all well and good. But one way or another, we lost us this doggone game. It wasn't anything that they was motherfucking doing. It's on us. And I'm telling you something right now, this 11-day span, where next we got Baltimore for what's going to be the division championship, call it what it is. It's going to be the division championship, because if we take them down, that's a 2.5 game lead, we've won. So the division title is going to be on the line this upcoming Saturday. And then you got Kansas City on Christmas, a mere 4 days after that. But you can't look past the opponent that's in front of you. We cannot play like this against Baltimore because they are rolling right now. I don't give a damn if we've won 8 of our last 9 against them. They are rolling right now. Lamar Jackson threw more touchdowns than he did interceptions today. But it's against the Giants. He balled out against them. We ain't even play that good against them. So as far as I'm concerned, if this the brand of football we fixing to go and play, fam, we might as well pack it up right now. Although we'll mess around and get a playoff goddamn invitation to where we mess around and go over there, but I'm telling you something right now. This will not win us games in late January whatsoever. Turning the football over at crucial moments in the game, because guess what? Philly turned the ball over twice, back-to-back fumbles. You know what that resulted in? 3 points. Let's just say we scored a touchdown and that never happened. All right, great. Touchdown instead of a field goal. We lose by how much? 9 instead of 14? Last I checked, we still lost. If we can't score in the red zone, we can't make tackles and get off the field on third down, and we can't protect the football in crucial moments, we're going to lose games every single week. We spent the whole week talking about how we was going to be battle tested, only to come out there and not be tested for battle. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Y'all better get this shit together come motherfucking Saturday. And again, kudos to Philly. They're an exceptional football team. There's a reason why they're the class of the NFC, especially with the loss from Detroit this weekend against Buffalo. Guess what? Philly's pretty much primed to be that number 1 doggone seed. And hey, they will have deserved the right to be there. And for us, now we've got to punch our ticket to getting that 3rd seed and winning the division next week against Baltimore, or we gonna need a whole lot of help to close out this motherfucking season, fam. Get it together. Figure out ways to not shoot yourself in the foot, and if we're gonna lose games, at least we can walk off the field knowing that the other team was leagues better than us, or they were just a better football team on that day. Don't leave questions asking yourself like, oh man, if I hadn't done this, if I hadn't done that, maybe if we had done this, maybe if we executed on that. Ridiculousness, man. Get the shit fucking together. Everybody get your hands up in here. Steelers on 3, get it together on 6. 1, 2, 3, Steelers. 4, 5, 6, get it together. Golly, man. Come on, fam. I don't mind if we mess around and lose, but lose like that? Come on. Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.